What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 38 of the Geekcast. I am Bobby, the Nintendo guru now, but here with the full cast. Allan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm more humble than you.
Please.
Nintendo
guru. I'm just floating the new name out there. We're just gonna, we're gonna go with it. Holly, how are you?
I'm fine. I've had about 10 biscuits today, and I'm feeling good.
I thought we'll let it go. I'm not gonna.
don't even go there. I'm
not gravy biscuits, Bobby.
No, I know what you meant. Like donuts.
Not donuts.
Donuts.
God, what is going on?
Like cookies.
Like cookies.
Yeah, like cookies. Yeah, I've had a few, so I'm doing pretty good. I'll probably cry later though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Were they hobnobs?
No, jammy Dodgers.
Oh,
Jammy
Dodgers
are
minging.
You can't beat a hobnob, a chocolate-covered hobnob.
I'm
just saying hobnob as
Allan.
much as I can, because Americans have no idea what a hobnob is. But
Toby.
I'll say.
I love
Toby,
eating
how are you?
hobnobs.
I am fantastic. I am very fantastic.
So we're gonna start this episode off with like we do every episode with our Geek Outs. Toby, I'll throw it to you first. What are you geeking out about?
I'm geeking out about Weezer's new album that came out April 1st. So it's been out for 9 days now, and I love it. I love it. I'm a massive Weezer fan.
I love it.
I didn't even know they're still doing music. I'm not being trolly or anything.
Well,
like
no,
that.
I mean, they kind of fell out of public popularity for a while because people were like, they sold out, they went too poppy, and they had like they had quite a few albums since they had like the Green album, which was their last big popular album. And then there was Make Believe, which is like they sold out, and then they had the Red album, and now they've got the White album, which is really, really good. So
cool. Holly, what are you geeking out about?
So I am geeking out. You guys might have heard of this, but it's called The Last Guardian. I don't know if you
Yeah, the game.
heard of it.
Yeah.
Heard something about it. Yeah.
So I've been like looking at a load of stuff to do with The Last Guardian, and I'm just really geeking out over like how beautiful.
get hype.
Yep, I've got so much hype. You have no idea.
Do you think it's because it's the same, isn't it? Like it's the same game that they didn't do anything to change it from when they first showed it like 10 years ago, correct?
Pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah, well,
much.
I think even the footage they showed was the same footage, really, just maybe slightly prettier.
Yeah.
Have they actually officially announced the launch date? Because I know at E3 they just said it was coming still, but they didn't put it.
I don't think they have. But it's
I
like
thought they nailed it to this year.
Yeah, I think it might be this year.
No, I get that, but I just didn't know if they actually put like a release.
yeah.
No,
I think there's a lot of like.
They're pulling a No Man's Sky on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's been going for like 6 or 7 years now. So I'm just like, come on,
Yeah.
we can do this.
Eventually. Allan, what are you geeking out about?
Rogue One, Star Wars, more Star Wars, Rogue One.
Allan, can you say Rogue One with a really elongated rolled R for me?
Rogue One.
Brilliant.
Oh, Lord.
Because I can't roll my R's. I'm a weirdo.
I can't either. It's
Rogue.
Rogue One.
the best.
That's
The
what you're
worst Scottish impression
I have to like
ever.
gargle it.
Rogue One. Boy. Rogue One. Rogue. Rogue One. I think Bobby's head's about to burst.
You guys are just. Alright, so. Good God. Allan did a reaction video for the Geek Guru channel, so if you guys get a chance, go check that out. It's he basically.
Alan's face is golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually screenshot it when I was watching it. I forgot to send it to you.
He basically set a camera up and watched the footage live, per se. Live for him. It was his first watch through, and it's pretty cool. It's good. He sent it to me, and I real quick slapped it together on my iPhone and uploaded it. But it's good. It's
Oh, look at it.
I look like I really do look like I've got some sort of.
I love the bit where you're just like.
Yeah, I know. It's an honest reaction then. You know,
I was laughing
edited
so
it to
much.
look pretty.
I was like, oh.
So myself, I am geeking out about my new YouTube channel that I started this week. I actually officially kicked it off. I was on Nintendo Dads, the podcast, and I officially announced it then. And then the next day, like I did it like a slow rollout. I was basically created like a new Twitter account, a new Instagram account, and then all that stuff. And then like I slowly started putting stuff out on both channels. So just for those that aren't really up to speed, basically I'm doing more Nintendo stuff, more Nintendo-centric stuff. Like pretty much all of Toby stuff will now be on there. A lot of my stuff will go there. Some of my stuff will stay on the Geek Guru channel. Like this podcast will stay on the Geek Guru channel. My Ink Strike podcast will move over to the Nintendo Guru channel. Myself and Sean Capri are actually starting a new podcast on Monday, which is, we haven't put a title together. We're actually going to record episode 0 on Monday, and it's basically the premise is if we ran Nintendo. So each episode will grab a topic, and it's like, if we ran Nintendo, who would we bring on to develop a new Metroid game? If we ran Nintendo, how would we have handled the Wii U launch? Things like that. So every week it'll be a different topic, and then we're just going to go that way with it. But so far,
that's a good name for it. If we ran Nintendo,
I'm thinking about that, but we're just going to kick around some ideas. I like that name, but we're just going to figure it out, live on the air and all that stuff, and do that. But what I like is, like, I appreciate the support that I've kind of gotten for the channel already. Like, I think I'm up to 23 subscribers already on the channel, and like a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people tweet me and sending me private messages, like really happy with the change. So, and I'm like amped up. Like I have like lists of content that I want to record and do and all that stuff. So I'm pretty excited for it. So, and Allan's even going to do some stuff. He wants to do some reviews and things like that. So we're going to throw it on there. So it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a lot better. I think at some point, I don't know when, but at some point, other than the Geek Guru stuff, like the Geekcast might just move to something. It might be the only thing that's on that channel at some point, unless I can find other stuff to throw over there. But right now, I'm splitting time between the two, so we'll see how it works out. We'll go from there. But
yeah, it's really cool the way people have supported it so quickly.
Yeah,
it makes sense though. Like it's not like a big shock. It's like, oh yeah, do you know what that? Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'm doing, and that's the thing. Like after the episode with last week that I recorded with Mark and Justin with the Nintendo Dads, Mark from the Warp Whistle podcast, but Justin and I stayed on for like 40 minutes to an hour after the episode, and we were just talking about different things. And that's the one thing he said, like, man, he's like, I'm surprised you're not doing reviews for, like Nintendo games and things like that. He's like,
yeah,
look at your surroundings. He's like, you obviously love Nintendo. Like 90% of your content is Nintendo. Like, I'm surprised you're not doing something like that. And as he was saying it, was like, click. I was like, I'm an idiot. Why am I not doing this? So, originally when I set it up as the Geek Guru, it was because I wanted to do different things. And like the Batman vs. Superman spoiler cast that me and Allan did and all that stuff, like I like doing that stuff. That channel might still get stuff like that, but I just felt like it just clicked, and I went and talked to Tony afterwards, and she's like, yeah, it just makes sense, do it. So, and everybody I talked to, like I talked to everybody kind of privately. Like I talked to Toby, I talked to Holly, I talked to Allan, I talked to Mark, Sean Capri. Like I was kind of like, just kind of get feelers to see what everybody thought. And it was just like, yeah, like yeah. Like, why weren't you doing this all along, kind of thing? Like,
yeah.
What was the hold up? You know what I mean? So, but anyway, enough about me. What we're playing, Allan, I'll throw it to you first this time. What are you playing?
I am playing Quantum Break. To roll that R for you, Toby. And I'm loving it.
It does look
Remedy,
good.
It's so good. I don't think Remedy have done a bad game.
No.
When you look back at their history, and this game is literally kind of the natural progression of what they do. That kind of, they always have the little TV shows in their game that you kind of watch, and now this game is kind of a TV show, and
Okay,
visually, best looking game.
I've never played any of their games before. Maybe I have. I don't know, but they only do Xbox games, right?
Well, Mad Max. What's we say? Mad Max. Max Payne. They did that. That was multi-platform. You never played Max Payne games?
No, I never played the Max Payne games. Okay, so Quantum Break, is that a sequel to anything, or is this a standalone first time?
It's a standalone. First time game. But
and
yeah,
then, I'm trying to think here. Because I'll be honest with you, this game, when I saw it and stuff, originally I thought to myself, like, I might buy an Xbox One for this game. Like, it looks pretty awesome. Are you in, like, what's the gameplay like? What would you put the gameplay in terms of?
It's a third-person shooter with time-bending mechanics. But if I would actually say, I read an article that put this idea, and I kind of agree. It is probably the first system seller. I'd say, like, you've had your Halos, but of a game that goes, I should probably buy a system to play it. It's that game. It's
on PC as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've heard much like the kind of Gears Special Edition release, it's a bit of a disaster. So PC gamers aren't buying it. The other upshot is you buy it. Well, if you buy it now, you get a free digital download for Alan Wake. The backwards compatibility with all the DLC as well. So
that's cool.
Alan Wake, a really cool game. So yeah.
So for me, but I'll be honest with you, for me, I'm not a PC gamer. I don't even want to go in. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole because I could care less. So for me, I would wholeheartedly look at things, and I might actually pick up an Xbox One, and then start because I want to get this. I want to get Ori and the Blind Forest. Like I heard.
I love that game so much.
Yeah, and when Cuphead hits, I want to get that. Like Microsoft is actually for the first time in all their systems starting to interest me a little bit and starting to make me go like, wait a minute, let's take a look at these guys. So
this looks like the year of kind of Microsoft kind of cementing going forward. This is why you get the system, because you got Crackdown 3, Halo Wars 2, all these cool games coming to the system, but I think it starts with Quantum Break being the first. Yeah, I think it's time to money down on that. So
exactly.
Do it. Do it now.
Holly, what are you playing?
I am playing one of my all-time favorite games in the whole world, and that is Shadow of the Colossus. If you haven't played it, you absolutely need to play it. It's just one of those games, and I've always loved it. When I was a lot younger, I watched my brother play it, and I don't know, I was just amazed at like how there are these massive like colossi, and you're like this tiny little person with a little horse, and it's just, and like, because I'm normally someone that I really like color in games, which is why I love like Nintendo games, because there's always like loads of color, it's always like really vibrant, but it's so washed out. Like Shadow of the Colossus is so washed out, and it's not normally a game I would sort of find myself playing, but I think because I watched my brother play it when I was a lot younger, and I was always amazed at how he could defeat these like colossi. I was just, I don't know. So it's a really, really good game, and there's like 16 of these huge colossi things, and you have to like kill them and destroy them by climbing onto them and like stabbing them in different parts of their body. So
every colossi is basically a big puzzle in the way that you have to figure out how to climb it, where its weak spot is.
Yeah, so like how to get onto it, how to like, and you have like a grip meter, because obviously you're like holding on, and the colossi will like shake from side to side, and you have like a grip meter, and it recharges when you walk. So when the monster stands up and you like walk on it, your grip meter will charge up, so you can stay on, so that you can climb up to the top. And like it's very, very tense because you don't want to fall off, because some of these colossi are huge. Like you could spend a good like 15-20 minutes just getting up one of them, and then it can shake you off and you're all the way back to the start.
Wow.
It's so
pretty awesome.
And when you're sort of going up against them, they're so big you can like only see their feet. They're so big.
What are you playing it on?
Well, I'm actually playing it on my computer because I have the PSX emulator. I found it the other day, and I downloaded like a BIOS from, because you're meant to like dump your own PS2, but I just found a BIOS online, so I've been playing that with an Xbox controller. When I get paid, I am going to buy it on my PS3, because the one I'm playing, because it's on an emulator, it's a little bit like the FPS like sort of drops sometimes, and it's one of those games that you just want to like, you don't really want that to happen, especially if you're like trying to defeat something, and then every now and again it'll kind of have a little spike. So you can buy it on PS3, but I'm pretty sure you can't buy it on its own. You have to buy it as a 2-pack with ICO.
Yeah, the HD collection.
Yeah, so you have to buy it with ICO.
I got them on PS Plus a few years ago.
Really? Oh my god, that's so good. Because they're still like £15 or so, but it's worth it. Like, so when I get paid, I'm probably going to buy it, because then I can have it on like multiple platforms. But it's really good, and it's so simple but so effective, and the music, and just how you have this complete, like, it's just like this massive field with like mountains and stuff, and this whole map, it's so empty, and it just, I don't know, sometimes it makes me feel really sad because there's like nothing.
It's a very lonely experience.
Isolated.
It's such a lonely game, but at the same time it doesn't make you feel bad about it. It's like, oh my god, I'm alone in this huge world.
But don't you feel bad for killing these creatures?
Yeah, I always do. I always do. I always have felt bad about defeating them, because they're just like, they're not actually doing anything wrong, really. Like, that's the kind of impression I got, and I've looked into a lot of the sort of, you know how people like find stuff out and whatever, and there's not too much
kind of it.
Yeah, but especially when like you just stab these like colossi, you know, right in the heart or right on the head or like right in the wing. But yeah, and another thing that's really good about it is there's a lot of like, because it's such a bland game, there are so many like conspiracies about it, so that's really cool as well, like seeing what people find out. So yeah,
I've watched videos of people like diving into the code and searching for like hidden
and, like,
colossi that never made it.
Oh my god, it's so cool. It's such a cool thing to like watch, and you're like, oh my god, like that actually makes sense. You know, it's good. I really recommend you play it if you haven't already.
That's cool. Tobes, what are you playing?
Well, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know if I told you or not, but I did finish Firewatch.
Okay.
Because I know you were bugging me about not completing it.
Alan,
so.
yeah, Alan was not me. That was Alan.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was a really nice ending, and although I feel like the plot twist in it, I'm not going to say what it was, but I think it was a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But it was still like, at least they didn't go like paranormal or anything weird like that, because you know games like that tend to, if they run out of the grounded like storytelling and then they throw something paranormal in right at the end to explain it all, and it's like
it's the same as like films do that as well.
So I'm glad they didn't do that. So.
Lost.
Yeah, so but I did enjoy it, and I've been playing a bit more Zelda for my Zelda videos I've been doing.
Which let me stop you. That series, if anybody hasn't seen it yet, it's called Details in the Dungeon. Yeah, it's called Details in the Dungeon. It's on the Geek Guru channel as well as the Nintendo Guru channel now, and it'll kind of just be an exclusive to the Nintendo Guru channel. It is so well done.
It's like, so good.
Yeah, I was impressed. Like the first time when you first started showing me, I was like, okay. But then, like when you were explaining it to me, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then when you actually saw it, I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, it's really, and each episode just gets better and better with the production value and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Big pat on the back.
Thank you, pat on the back. Yeah. But,
listen, but don't get all the way to the end and then stop. You need to keep going.
No. I'm going to keep going. I'm actually just coming up to the Water Temple, so I'll be doing that one next. Hopefully, it will be up within the next few weeks.
Cool. Myself, I'm playing a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to kind of rip through them. Obviously, Mitomo, Fire Emblem Fates, Zelda Picross, which is really cool. I got it free through the...
It looks like a Minesweeper.
It's kind of, it's kind of cool. It's like you have like numbers across the top, numbers across the bottom. That's how many dots you have to like fill in.
I always like those.
Yeah,
it's like tap and go.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's sort of like Minecraft, not Minecraft, Minesweeper meets Sudoku. Is that
yes. And like what happens if you fill in the wrong spot, it clicks your timer up. So you have an hour to beat the level. If you beat the picture in an hour, it turns it to color. If it takes longer than an hour, it's just black and white. So the levels don't necessarily take, or the pictures don't necessarily take you an hour to complete, but when you're hitting wrong answers and it's moving the timer up, like the first one you get wrong is like 2 minutes. Second one you get wrong is like 4 minutes, then 6, then 5, or like it'll bounce around, and it gets up to like 8 minutes every time you're hitting the wrong answer and stuff. So the time like clicks off. So you're like, also when you got like 20 minutes left on the clock before you hit that hour mark, you're like taking your time like to make sure you're precise. But it's a lot of fun. It's pretty cool.
So you can only get that game by using your My Nintendo points.
Yeah, 1,000 platinum coins.
And how long did it take you to get those?
I got them like the first weekend.
Really?
Because with all the stuff you do, like I linked my accounts, so I did everything I could possibly do. Like I linked my Nintendo ID to my Nintendo account. I linked my Facebook, my Twitter, my Google Plus. I actually I added a friend to Miitomo, Tony, face to face rather than using.
How many points did you get for doing face to face?
100 points.
100 points. Yeah, that's one I haven't done yet because I think I've only got 575 points and I've been playing it all week.
But it's both coins too. It's the Miitomo coins plus. But see, that's strange because I had like 900 coins just in my platinum account. Go through and see what else there is.
Yeah, because I've only got 575 Miitomo like platinum points.
And then what about your platinum points for my Nintendo?
I thought that was it. Like
no, there's two. There's one on the left. That's the Miitomo platinum. Then there's one in the center, which is just the platinum. Right. Then the one on the right is the gold. The gold is every time you buy games and stuff. Yeah, the gold is every time you buy games and all that stuff. So every time you buy a game from the eShop or any of that, like not only that, Toby, if you go to the eShop once a week, you get platinum.
What, on your phone?
No, wherever. If you just go to the eShop, go on your Wii U, go on your 3DS, just log into the eShop. Log into the Miiverse. When you log into the Miiverse, that gives you 100 coins.
So here we go. So I've got 575 Miitomo points, 390 silver points.
You're way off. You're not doing something right. You're like, there's all kinds of stuff. You have to look at if you go down towards the bottom a little bit, you can see what you need to do.
Yeah, you can see everything. I'm looking at it right now.
Right. So here are my active missions. I got to change your outfit once in a day.
That's for Miitomo. Who cares about that?
All right. They're all Miitomo. The ones on there. Hang on.
No.
Oh wait. Right. So you can look at more. Let's have a look. Yes. Miitomo. Sign in Nintendo eShop. You get 30 points for signing in. 30 points for Miiverse. 10 points for Google Plus. Link it to Facebook, you get 10 points. Oh, you know what? Some of these I haven't actually collected.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, because you haven't actually physically wanted and collected them.
Because you have to go in and click collect points. It doesn't give them to you automatically.
It doesn't give it to automatically. No.
Right.
Now,
anyway, so I know I'll be doing that. I'll be signing into the
there should be a coin when you're looking at your three things. There should be a coin like flopping around on the ground in front.
Yeah, I got 30 points from that.
Okay, and then what about the block at the bottom of the screen?
How many times can you do that? I've done that already.
That's just, I think so far it's been once for that.
All right. So now
there's other stuff you can. There's all kinds of stuff you can do in order to get that stuff. So that's,
It's interesting. I do enjoy this thing. You sort of just for going about your business, looking at Nintendo's products, like linking your accounts, you're getting rewarded, and you can spend that. So I think that's a really clever system.
And then once a week, if you hit the eShop once a week, you get coins. You hit the Miiverse once a week, you get coins. So it's
your Miitomo coins. Can I convert them into the silver coins? The money.
No, you don't convert them. But when it comes time to buy something, it'll take from your. I think it takes from your silver coins first.
Oh.
Then your Miitomo coins next. So let's say, let's do a hypothetical. You have 500 silver coins, 500 Miitomo coins. you have 1,000 coins that you can buy.
Oh, so you can combine them. So I have got enough to get
Yes.
Picross.
Yes.
Right.
And then the last game I've been playing is obviously Mutant Mud's Super Challenge more. But last night I unlocked Rusty from SteamWorld Dig, and I am like excited now because now like I love Rusty. So it's just cool to be able to actually use that character in the game. And because there's like 20 indie game characters in the game hidden that you can find, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to kick into our first topic, which is Zelda U. Rumors hit yesterday from Emily Rogers via Twitter. Basically, it's 3 different rumors, and we're going to go one by one. So the first rumor that she stated was Zelda U will hit, and obviously we're calling it Zelda U because there is no official title on it yet. So, but it will hit the NX and the Wii U at the same time. I don't feel like this is much of a surprise to anybody.
No, we all expected this.
Yeah, and we even did that one episode where we discussed it, like which would you buy it on, and me and Toby were like, we'd buy it on both. Yeah. I think Allan, you said you were going to buy the NX. I think Miguel that was on the episode at that time, and he was like the NX. So I personally, like I said, I would buy both just because I would buy the Wii U and I wouldn't even open it. I just put it away.
Exactly. Then, collector's item.
Yeah. And, because the thing of it is like when they did this with the GameCube, that Twilight Princess for the GameCube, you can't find that anywhere at all.
And you know what? The Wii U sold even less than the GameCube, so it's going to be even rarer.
Yeah. So, so that wasn't shocking at all. Yeah. The next one was a little bit of a twist. They're saying basically that you can pick a male or a female Link to start the game.
I think this is the biggest thing that was rumored.
My thing is, so this is my question. Because it's not really, and then let me back up. This isn't my question. This is Tony's question because I showed her last night. Game Explained kind of was going through the rumors as well, and I was showing her because she didn't know about it. And this is exactly what she said to me. Why? She's like, I thought Link was a guy, and she's like, so what happens if you are a girl? Because this is the way she put it to me. She was like, I always thought that Princess Zelda and Link kind of had like a quasi-romantic thing going on.
That's true, but the thing is, like, Nintendo may not be the most open-minded company because they did take out same-sex from Tamagotchi, didn't they? Like relationships. People complained about that, but you know, I think since then they have put it like. In Fire Emblem, is it Fire Emblem? Can you do that in Fire Emblem? Can you have same-sex relationships? So they are open to it now, and it wouldn't surprise me if they had the choice of being a female.
So okay. So here's a question then. If that's the case, does that mean that automatically, if you're a female Link, you have to be a lesbian character? Because
not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
even be.
What's your and I'm not against it or for it. I could care less. Like I'm gonna just pick Link as he normally is, and that's just how it is. And if it helped, I guess my question is this: is it just a ploy to get sales?
Yeah, it's just gimmicky.
Yeah, or is it?
I don't think it is gimmicky.
I don't really. To be honest, I don't really care. Like, I'll still just play as Link. Like. Because if it doesn't, go on.
I would if there was a choice, I would play through it once as male Link and once as female Link.
But what's
I think the experience would be slightly different because, you know, the sounds that he or her makes would be different. Like the physicality of the character itself would be different. You know, like maybe.
I don't think that. I think it's going to be the same character. It's just going to be a female or a male.
Yeah, but what I mean is like.
So okay, so he swings and he might kill something with one hit, but if he's a female.
No, not like that. I meant like just visually. You know,
yeah, but
like then you get to stare at a girl's bum.
Exactly, people love doing that.
I think if they're good,
and people love role playing.
Yeah, but I think I think if they're going to do this, I think they've already got it. They've got Link. They got Linkle. I think
Linkle is so cute.
Linkle is a cop out.
Oh, I think she's so cute. I love her. I think she's adorable. Just the appearance. I just think she's so cute.
She is cute, but the thing is,
I don't think it's a cop out. I actually like the lore of it. Like, here's a girl who believes that she's the mythical hero, and essentially she's wrong. It's not, and I don't know all the stories, so I'm not gonna. But my understanding is that she's wrong, and that she's not. But she thinks she is, and she kicks major ass in the game. So I don't know. I just think that, like, I'm just confused with what the reasoning behind it is, and we don't even know that it's legit. It could be just nonsense.
Why force gender upon a player? Like, if you can just have the same character, like, the game doesn't have to be wildly different depending on if you're male or female. It can be the exact same game, just some people like playing as women, some people like playing as men.
Listen, again, I'm not for, I'm not against. I'm just playing devil's advocate at this point. Because this was question. My wife asked me this. This is, so I wanted to propose it to you guys. Because then she said to me, so what does this mean now? We get a female Mario in Mario games? And she's like, and what about Samus? Like, you've played as Samus for years, and Samus is a female, so now do guys get a male version of Samus?
Link's always been sort of androgynous anyway. He's always looked a bit feminine.
Looks very like a pixie, like very delicate.
The whole point of Link and Link's name is that he is a link between yourself and the character on the screen, and you're supposed to put yourself in that character. Because he doesn't really have a personality. He grunts and he moans and he shouts, but he doesn't really have a personality.
You see, when you look at the character model in the video, remember the first video you saw, everyone's like, oh my god, they've gone with a female Link. I don't even think they'll change the character model. I think you will literally have one character model that is, like you say, it's almost kind of gender neutral. It looks both,
That's possible.
And you just get to select if you have a male or a female, and that's it. I don't even think it's going to be as big a change as a whole new...
If that was the case, Alan, then the only way you'd be able to tell that you were male or female is the way people referred to you in conversations.
Pretty much.
But I wonder, too, because if you remember what Alan's saying, when that all came out, everything exploded. And people were like, oh my god, that would be so awesome. And then the delay hits. I wonder if part of the delay was because they were like, hey, we could sell more copies if we did. That's what I want. That's my fear. Are they doing it just to sell copies, or are they doing it to be legitimate?
I think they delayed it for NX. That's why they delayed it.
I don't know if they delayed it for NX. I don't think that would make an issue at all, honestly. I don't think that, because you delay it a year for a system. I don't know about that.
Yeah, because they want it to come out at the same time.
I don't think that they would have delayed it a year for NX. I think that ultimately there was nothing in the game. And
yeah, I mean, it did look
an open world game. It was barren, man.
It looked
and all that
like a tech demo, didn't it?
Yeah. I think that they had an idea where they were going, because if you remember, when IGN broke down the awards footage, Pear basically said, like, there's nothing there. If this is open world, like, this is very blank.
It's just bare.
Yeah. So, and we all know from playing certain open world games, like, you need to have stuff. You got to have NPCs and stuff like that you can go talk to and get adventures and get stuff like that. So, yeah, I think.
It's not to say that stuff wasn't there. They just chose not to show it.
I think what's happened. I think a lot of the delay may have come from the reaction to Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
Especially in the West, and I think they maybe looked at their game and said, we need to give the player more to do.
Yeah.
I think that helped, and I do also think, though, there's a big factor of they decided, right, this is now going to come to NX, because look at our timeline. Are you really going to release that Zelda game, which is the first of its time attempt at this kind of massive Skyrim-y kind of game on a system that sold, 10 million units?
Yeah, but I think
you're putting out to die then.
But I think that but that's.
So
honestly, I think if it would have hit in 2015, I think they would have. I don't know if they would have moved units. I don't think it moved units.
What if they delayed it for the reason of the third rumor, which is voice acting?
That to me makes more sense.
That makes way more sense.
But at the same time, okay, so let's take that plus the second rumor, which to me solidifies the second rumor to some degree, because I would think, well, I don't know, or actually it solidifies kind of what Allan I think says. I'm confused with it all, honestly, because it's just there's so much to unpack with all this. Because here's my thing: all the characters have voice acting except for Link. So could it be because they didn't want to do a male and a female voice? See, that's what I think. I think that if it's just basically taking Link as you see him and just throw long hair on him, I think that's a cop-out.
I think they want to add more customization to the game by letting you be male or female, but they don't want to go the full way by adding male and female voices, because then that character changes a lot, because he's always been silent, and it's sort of traditional silent Link, male, a male silent Link. All right, they're sort of a half step into the new modern Zelda, so you might be able to have male or female, but you're still not allowed to talk.
My feeling, and it's been this way all along, is I think it's a mistake not to give a voice to Link. And the reason why I say that is if you played Xenoblade Chronicles X, it is so awkward, him being silent, and the main characters, or female, whatever, but the main character is silent, and then they talk to him or her.
It is awkward, yeah.
You pick your choice, and it's like, okay, so you read my voice?
Maybe he doesn't talk, but you don't even get to choose what you're going to say. Like, maybe it's that thing where they talk to him, and then they just look at him, and they infer that he said something to them.
I just think it's going to be awkwardness. I don't know. I mean, we got to see how it's made, how it's done, but I've always just felt it's just strange to do.
The issue is, if they give him a voice, it might be a voice that everybody hates, and then from that point on, it's like, oh god, like Link's talking again, like it'll become a laughing stock.
Sonic Adventures.
But see, that's where I feel like grow balls, man. Be bold. Don't worry about what people like. Make the character and do it, and push forward with it. Like, I feel like when you do stuff like that and you're afraid, it's like blaze the trail, like move forward and say like, this is the direction we're going, this is what we're doing, and we don't care what anybody says, because we did a good job with it, and we're happy with the final result.
If Link had a voice, right? Like David Hayter was the voice of Snake for a long time.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 5 comes along, it's not him anymore. It's that guy from 24, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, exactly. So then it's like, oh, is he really the same Snake? There was a big uproar about it. He doesn't really feel the same. Like, so if they gave Link a voice, people would associate that voice with Link. So that means from then on, in the future of the Zelda franchise, Link has to have that voice. Like,
not really.
Yeah, but
that's what I would expect
that
though.
As well. Think about with Sonic. Like, if they changed like Sonic's voice, people would be like, "Look."
But let's look at it like this, okay? Because I said this in my NES video the other day on Wednesday, is Zelda 2 is the only technical, other than Majora's Mask, the only technical sequel where Link is the same Link. Every game is always changing, so you could always just change it and go, well, it's a different time. Let's just say hypothetical, like let's just say hypothetically, you give Link a voice in this game. People don't like the voice, or they love the voice, but the voice actor goes, oh, screw this, I'm out, I'm not doing this no more. Then you change the voice in the next one. The timelines aren't the same. It's like the Wind Waker Link isn't the same that was in the original Zelda.
No, I mean, could you imagine if this new Zelda had a really gruff voice, and then they went and did another cartoony Link? They would have to change the voice.
Yeah, but I don't think that. Let's be honest. Do you really think that this Link, it would have a gruff voice? This is like
but I expect his voice to match his grunts. Like, so if he's jumping off of something and he goes, "Yeah," I'd expect him to have a voice that matches that. "Yeah." Whereas, like, if it was a cartoony Zelda, he goes, "Yeah." So I expect him to sound like, "Yeah,"
So they can. What do you think? There's one person in the world that does all the voices.
That's why. It's like Mario. Imagine if Mario's voice changed. If something happens to Charles Martinet,
so there you go. There's a example of what you just said. They put a voice with the most iconic character they have.
But he doesn't actually speak that much. He jibbers jabbers. He makes noises.
Yeah, but still,
I'm sure they've got a whole vault of recorded things in case something happens to Martinet. Like, so they could just keep using.
You can easily you can bring. Listen, voice actors are so good today that they could bring someone in to do the voice, and it would be fine. It would be like you play. You ever play? I don't know if you played the Back to the Future Telltale games.
No, I didn't play those.
That's not Michael J. Fox. That's an actor, but he sounds pretty damn close to Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people are good at impersonations.
Yeah. So that's not, to me, that's not even an issue. I feel like voice actors are good enough that they could do stuff and then just move on with it, and that wouldn't be the issue. But I look at it and I go, if they're not giving him a voice, if they say to me, we're not going to give him a voice just because of the fact of it's supposed to be you, and we don't want to tone, we don't want to take you out of that element or whatever. I guess I buy into that a little bit. But if they're saying that we're not giving him a voice because we don't want to upset the Toby Thorntons in the world that think that like, oh, that don't match, that's BS. Like, to me, it's like you're a multi-million-dollar company. You've set the trend for many years. Just do it. Why can't you? Okay, so who makes them voices, that Hiaz and all that stuff? You're telling me that they can't get that same person to do the voice?
Well, some Japanese dude, isn't it? He doesn't need to speak English.
You don't know that. How do you know who
I'm
it is?
sure it is. I bet it is.
That.
I bet it is some Japanese dude that can't speak very much English.
I don't know. I just think that they should do something. I think that they should. That's my feeling. I just feel like I feel like it's a half step.
If he spoke out loud, would you want him to have an American accent or an English accent?
I could care less.
Really?
I really don't care.
All right. If he had an American accent.
So let's look at it this way.
What part of America would you want him to come from?
I would just like
the deep south.
No, I wouldn't. No. First off, I wouldn't do. I would probably do a British accent.
All right. What part of Britain?
I don't listen.
There's so much variation in dialects that.
Imagine Zelink with a Brummie accent.
Exactly. It could really
go get me the trifle.
It could freak people out.
Time to find Ganon and kill him now.
What if he was Scottish? What if Link was Scottish?
What if he was
much more swearing?
Yeah, but see, I think you're getting way out of whack with what you're saying. Like, okay, so Joel from Last of Us, all these different characters that they have you try to match it up. You know what I mean? Like Ratchet and Clank, they have a voice now for that game and for
they've always had a voice.
No, but I'm saying like they have to bring people in to do the voice acting, and you audition for the role. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like how many different Batman have played Batman in the animated movies and stuff now, and how many different Jokers have there been and all that stuff. Like, like Troy Baker plays the Joker as well as Mark Hamill, and I think they both do phenomenal jobs. And it's like
I'm not against there being multiple voice actors for different Zelda games. I'm just worried that if they pick a voice actor that people don't necessarily get on with, unless you could have the option of turning the voice acting off. If you had an option to say I want it on, or if I don't like the voice, I can turn it off. Then
my concern for the voice acting isn't accent, it isn't anything like that. It comes more to when I play Xenoblade. I like the voice acting, but there are moments where it is cringy as all living hell, and it's like, can we get it? It's like when you look at what Naughty Dog does, and then you go and play Xenoblade, there is just this kind of disconnect. It feels like Capcom when you play the first Resident Evil game. They had the really bad voice acting. For me, it feels like Nintendo are a little bit above that, but we are still leagues ahead from like.
See, but I look at Xenoblade, the first Xenoblade, not X. But I enjoyed Xenoblade. Like, I thought that was good. I like Shulk. I like all the different characters. Like, I think they did a good job. When they're fighting, it's a little weird because they're like yelling back and forth and they're trying to make jokes and stuff. Like that could get a little hokey and stuff. But like when they're actually doing and that's what I'm saying. Like, if they can do that and that's okay and nobody cares and it's like, okay, there's a voice for Shulk and everybody buys into it. You don't think that they could do the same thing? Like,
they could.
It depends on how they do it. If they go half-assed and they let some third-party studio take over and do it and all this stuff, like they did with Metroid, yes, it's going to sound like garbage. But when Nintendo does it, if they put the money out and they do it right, it'll sound good. There's no reason why they can't do the same level of a Naughty Dog. They have more money than Naughty Dog. They can easily bring in a good cast to do it right. That's my thing. I think that. The problem is they're listening to too many people like you. No, I'm not trying to pick on you or take offense to you.
Which you are you pointing at? There's three of us.
But it's basically in a nutshell, like they're afraid to offend people like you, Toby, that are going to be like, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. Why'd you do this?" I feel like they're coming from a place of fear rather than a place of, "This is what we're doing. We're moving forward." And it's not the Nintendo that we've known. It's like they're trying to appease everybody. And Nintendo that we've always known is like, "This is what we're doing. We're blazing a trail. This is the way we're going, and that's it." It feels like now it's like, well, we got some people crying for voice acting, some people that don't want it. We'll half-ass it to make some people happy and the other people happy as well. And it's just like, just go all or nothing. Like it just,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when you play Twilight Princess, it screams horrible. Like people are like, "Oh, I like reading the text." Really? You like reading the text and watching these idiots moving their mouths and nothing's happening? Like to me, that's just weird. I don't know. But again, I feel like it leads back a little bit to the male-female thing, which if that's the case, then I think it makes a little bit more sense why they wouldn't do it, because maybe they didn't want to buy or pay somebody to do, pay a male and a female to do the voice acting. But the male-female character kind of went off a little bit. Holly, what as a woman, Holly, how do you feel about this coming into the foray?
I don't know. Like I'm really indifferent. Like it just doesn't really. I don't know.
Like, do you feel like this is something that you've always wanted to play as a female Link?
Like the thing is, I mean, like if we go back to like, I don't know, Pokemon when they introduced having a girl or a boy, like that was like, oh my god, like I can play as a girl, like I can be me, I can make my character like really cute, whatever, and especially in like X and Y when you could completely customize your character, that was exciting. But as a girl, it's just, or for me personally, like it's really, because I know some people will be like, oh well, it's really unfair that we've never had like a female option and it's really not fair and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not really someone that dwells too much into that. So for me, if I'm talking for myself, I don't care, it's going to be the same game. I don't care if someone refers to me as a boy or a girl, like it doesn't bother me. But
so if you had the option, who would you pick? If it doesn't matter, would you still pick a male character, or would you just pick the girl because you're a girl?
Well, probably in like a gimmicky way, I would choose a girl. But like it doesn't bother me whether we get the option or not, to be honest. I'm pretty happy either way, but I think it'd feel a little bit more individual if there was a girl option. But
what if there was customization aspects? Like
that's what I was going to say.
Oh, then sign me up.
Have you guys played Fire Emblem?
No.
Okay.
Or not the new one.
So when you start up Fire Emblem, it basically says you're a boy or a girl. You click it. Then it says, what's your attitude? And you kind of move an adjustment around.
Yeah,
like with Mito Moe, where you can move it around and stuff like that. And then it says, what type of face do you want in terms of like your look to be? Do you want to be more like happy, angry, even keel? Then you pick your hairstyle and stuff like that. If that's what this is. See, now, if that's what this is, then I'm fine. No problem. Go for it. But if if they basically go, like Allan said, like, here's Link with
it's just a gender bend.
And then it's just like there's not much of a difference, and it's just like
if it's just a gender bend, that won't be very exciting. Like you say, if it's just Link with a ponytail and a cute little skirt and some cute little boots, like whatever. But if they actually have like not full, we're not talking like Fallout 4 like Skyrim customization, but if they have something that's like even just minimal, I think it would be nice. Like for me, customization, like character customization, is really important, which is just to give an example, which is why I love things like Skyrim, Fantasy Life. Like I love how you can make the character your own. But then I wonder. Sorry, Ollie. That's okay. I forgive you. I suppose like if you could completely customize your character and stuff, like maybe it would lose that like Link essence. Like maybe it wouldn't feel the same.
I feel like this, because now that I'm hearing you speak, it's making more sense to me. So now in the new picture, I feel like if there's customization, then I'm fine with it. I feel like if they go, if you're a boy, this is the way Link looks. If you're a girl, here it is. Here's a ponytail, blah, blah, blah. That's BS, and that's just a cop-out. That's just, to me, them trying to sell more copies of games. If it's the full customization like they do with Fire Emblem, then I would turn around and go, okay, it makes complete sense why they're doing it this way, because you are then essentially becoming Link. And then it makes more sense to me why they don't do the voice, because you've created a character and you have a voice in your head of what that Link that you created should sound like. Then go and play, and then I would be fine all across the board the way they're doing it. Well, to me, it depends on what and how they handled it.
In like, if we think about like society and stuff, in games the character 95% of the time is represented as a man, like all the time, and I think it doesn't. It's I know for some people like feminists and real like hardcore like feminists, I think it is a big thing, and I really can see where they're coming from. Like I think it's the fact that girls are not as represented. Like I feel, as a girl myself, I don't feel like I can personally connect to a character if it's someone a different gender. I will still enjoy the game, but I do find it hard to be like, I'm putting myself in their shoes, because it's like and you have to admit, the majority of games are represented by a male character. So I don't know. I think I am very torn. I think in that respect, I think it's almost necessary for there to be a girl option, because it kind of shows, because how they always want you to like put yourself in the position of the character you're playing, and most, if not all, game companies are, they want it to be like that. They want you to be able to put yourself in their position. But if the person in that position is not someone that you can identify with as an individual, I think it can be kind of hard to feel connected to the game. Just in that respect.
For me, I feel a little bit like this. I feel like I don't care if I'm male, if I'm female, whatever it may be. To me, it's like when people first got upset where Link was right-handed, and it's like, really, you care that much what hand he swings the sword with, that you're letting this alter your feeling on the game, like this silliness. Why would you allow that to bother you?
Why would it be?
Why is it an issue?
Well, I think the left-handed thing is like a trait, like because he doesn't have many personality traits, but being left-handed is a physical trait that he's always had.
But Toby, let's play devil advocate. I'm right-handed. That totally messes me up. I can't play that game because that's not.
Well, you're pressing buttons. The only reason they made him right-handed was for most people being right-handed with the Wii remote.
I know that, but what I'm saying is I'm just trying to play devil advocate. If the same reason why he has to be left-handed is because that's a quality trait, well, that's supposed to be me. That's the link between me and the game. So I should get the choice to pick right-handed or left-handed. You know what I mean?
Maybe you will.
No, I don't. I can care less. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I could care less. Just give me a good game. At the end of the day, that's all I care about. I want a good.
What if they had male or female customization? Maybe you could alter a few things about their look, but not much. Maybe the real customization comes in outfits. Like in Triforce Heroes.
Yeah.
You go into shops, you could buy clothes, and they altered physical things about your character. Like, depending on what you was wearing, you might be more vulnerable to damage, but you might get more rupees when you picked a rupee up or something like that. So
I'd be cool with that. That'd be actually pretty damn cool, honestly. Okay, so does everybody cool with where we're at with that? Can we move on, or we?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
I think we've beaten that horse to death.
Yeah.
Nintendo, basically, this week a company, a guy, I guess, put out a 3-dimensional original Zelda game. And this week, Nintendo basically told them to take it down, and they did.
It was the original Legend of Zelda from the NES.
Yes, the original.
On a browser.
Yeah.
In 3D.
Yeah. Touch controls, virtual buttons, per se. And then it had, like, you could go down underground, come back up, do all this stuff. Everything that was in Zelda was there. Holly actually shared it with us this week in the Geekcast Facebook chat. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I only played it for maybe like 3 minutes, and then
I didn't play it for very long.
I didn't play it at all. I watched a video on it.
Yeah. So what do you guys feel? Is Nintendo right? Are they wrong? Like,
I think they're totally right, because
I think they're within their rights, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it is Nintendo's franchise. Somebody has taken that game, they've remade it in 3D, put it up. Whether it's free or not, they have messed with. Like, they've taken Nintendo's franchise and they've put
and it's their property. It's almost like
they've put a product out that isn't theirs to put out, and they're totally within their right to tell them to take it down, because that's not how they want that game to be represented. If they wanted to do that, they would do that, and they've done it with lots of other Zelda things, whether it's Zelda movies that people have been making, or a remake of Ocarina of Time but in 2D, Link to the Past style. They're going to tell these people to take it down because it is their right and their game, their property. So.
And legally,
I don't know what the guy expected. Yeah. It's like, oh look, the sun has risen after the moon is gone. It's like, Nintendo are going to get you to take down something that they own. It's not. I don't know what he expected to happen when he made it and released it.
But I don't think he's complaining about it. I think Nintendo fans per se and non-Nintendo fans are the ones pointing fingers and complaining, because he just took it down. He didn't even blink an eye. It went down right away. So, for me, I feel like this. I feel like people that are going like, well, why would Nintendo do that? He's not, number one. If you played it, it's a glitch fest. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool, but it's glitchy as hell.
Yeah.
There are people out there that probably would have played it and consider, because let's be honest, there's a younger generation that's never played the original Zelda game before.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo wants you to play the original Zelda game, but they don't want you to play that version, because that's a shell of what it really is. It's, like I said, it's garbage. It was glitchy as hell.
It was pretty bad. It was a good idea, but it was pretty bad.
It's cool. As a Nintendo, as a Zelda fan, as an original Zelda fan, I thought it was awesome. But like, you go into that first store and you actually pick up all the items. It's not like you had to buy one. You're getting rupees, but then you walk into that first store and I was like, oh, I want the candle. I picked up the candle. I was like, oh, it's just a raft. And I picked up the raft and I was like, holy crap, I'm getting everything. So I took it all, and then I was like, just running through to see just what it was. It's cool as a Nintendo fan to look at it and go, oh, that's pretty awesome.
It's more the concept than like, yeah.
But for me, I can see completely why Nintendo was like, if we want people to experience our game the way it was meant to be played, not this. And
even if it was fully featured, glitch free, Nintendo would still take it down, because they're not getting any money out of it. Exactly. Yeah. They want you to buy their game on 3DS, Virtual Console, or wherever.
Yeah.
They want you to enjoy the original, not just like something someone else has like made.
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt like it was a no-brainer, like Allan said. Like, obviously, like, what do people like? It's weird, because it's like it goes up, and everybody's their first knee-jerk reaction is like, "Well, how is Nintendo allowing this? I can't believe Nintendo's allowing it." Then boom, it's going. It's like, why are they taking it down? Like, why would they do that? It's like, come on, man. Like, common sense tells you there's so much you can do and there's so much you can't do, and Nintendo would never allow something like that.
I think sometimes people that make these kind of things, they might think it might not get detected. Like, maybe the guy didn't realize how popular, or like how sort of the news of that was spread. Like, to give you an example, my brother years ago, we're talking years ago, he did the same kind of thing with something else. It was a very, very small like game that he sort of made his own server with and all that kind of stuff, and whatever. And because it's so small and it's just done by like one person, and not even a handful of people, I suppose he thought that it was a little bit of fun, and it would go undetected. And then they actually sent him a letter, and they were like, hey, you know, we've seen you've done this. It didn't get as much, you know, attention as the Zelda tribute, but they just said, hey, like, we understand. Actually, he's still got the letter. It's by a company called Nexon. Do you know Nexon? No, they do like online games. And they were really nice about it. And they were like, hey, we really appreciate you being such a big fan and everything, but please can you take this down, because this is actually our property, and we would hate, you know, to have to sue you, you know, stuff like that. And he did, but I think the thing is that when he went into it, he didn't realise sort of what he was doing. Yeah. And I mean, we're talking like 10, 12 years ago, so he was like quite a bit younger. But I don't know, maybe the guy didn't realise. I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, it's kind of stupid if you don't realise, but
yeah,
you know, maybe you don't realise. Maybe you don't realise how much of a footprint it will leave.
I bet he knew, because he put it up unfinished. You know, if he didn't think they were going to take it down, he probably would have finished it before he put it up.
Well, he could have been looking for it, because sometimes guys do this too, because they're like, well, maybe I'll get a job out of it. Like, Nintendo will see what I could do and just go, hey, why don't you come do that for us? Like, that is a cool take on the original Zelda game. Like, maybe we could put that on the 3DS, or we could do it in a virtual console. Like, because Nintendo kind of at one point did something a little similar with Kid Icarus and some other games, where they did like a 3D feel to it and all. Not exactly the same. This was much more kind of like a 2D, 3D type thing. That could be what he was looking for too. Like, he was just like, hey, maybe I get a job out of this, and that's why I was doing it. But what I was going to say is, it's weird because sometimes they don't do anything at all. Like, you look at the Mother 3 translation that I own, like, that's being sold. That's not even, you could download it for free. They put the fans translation up for free.
That Mother 3 thing didn't blow up like this 30th anniversary thing did.
Well, that too. But I beg to differ. Like, if you talk to a lot of fans, like, a lot of fans know about it and have played Mother 3 in translation. Like, it's not the level like this. This just exploded. Like, you saw it all over Facebook and all over Twitter and all that. Like, I think that they were like, we need to do something here. Like, we need
it's like that guy that was making Zelda Maker, and he was busy making it, and it was online, and you could download a demo and all that. As soon as Zelda news sites picked it up and it started spreading around, then it got squished. Yeah. So it's like, as long as, you know, it's under the radar a bit, then I don't think they mind as much. But
yeah. Toby, do you need to go, or you what do you want to do?
Yeah, I probably do need to go.
Okay. All right. Well, then why don't you dip out, and then we'll do this final topic without you.
Oh, bye, Toby.
Bye. My Twitter handle is @Tobys_take. You can follow me on Instagram. I am amiibo_workshop. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.
Let's get it edited out, so don't worry about it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Okay, final topic. Cable TV. It's a little different. I mean, we've been talking video games for the last 90 days and all, but we're last, 38 episodes? Like, pretty much everything is focused mainly on games and stuff like that. But question is, cable TV, when do we see it kind of going extinct and completely gone? You know, what do you got? Like, do you guys ever think you'll see a time where there is no cable TV, or?
If BT ever pull their finger out, maybe.
I really like. I love. Well, because you guys call it cable TV. Alan, what would we call it? Do we call it like just normal TV?
Sky.
Sky. Okay.
Yeah,
when I say let me preference this to explain to our international flavored people. When I say cable TV, I mean basically like you go into your house, you click on your box, your cable box, and it comes up on your TV. Yeah. So it's a line that comes from the street to your house and goes in.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like,
it could be satellite TV. It could be, you know, like in the United States we have DirecTV. We
do as well.
Dish Network, and then we have here we have Comcast, which supplies us telephone, internet, cable. We also have Verizon, which does Fios, things like that. So my question is the cable that comes in your house plugs in, and then you turn on a cable box, and then that pops up the TV. How long before that kind of goes away?
Well, I mean, well, I don't know, because I can see why it could be a dying thing. I get it, because everything is like online now, and I understand that, but part of me thinks like how traditional it is. I mean, at least over here, to like sit down with your family and watch something on TV, and like it's not just what you're watching, it's the whole experience. So it's like fighting over the remote, moaning about like adverts, like sitting down on a sofa. Like I think because of that, and it's always brought people together, I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit too.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What is a TV show that you watch live, you and Iggy?
Well, Iggy doesn't choose to watch it, but he's normally there when I do watch it, and it's Geordie Shore.
Oh God.
It's so good. I watch that religiously, like every Tuesday. It's like Jersey Shore, but like it's actually the better version. I know it sounds stupid, but yeah, like so you have Jersey Shore, and then we made one over here, and that's like the most popular one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just really, really dumb. But I watch that religiously. Like, I get home, and I'm like, oh my God, 10 o'clock. Oh my God, 10 o'clock. Come on, come on, come on. And I'm like so ready for it. And when I can't watch it live, I am heartbroken.
So
like,
is there anything... Okay, so for me and Tony, the only thing that we technically watch together that is every week is The Walking Dead. Now, we do watch Flash, we do watch Arrow, we do watch Supergirl, all that stuff, but we don't necessarily watch it live. Like, I'll be back the next day and watch. Sometimes, if it's something I really want to see, I'll watch it live. But it's pretty much rare that I watch stuff live. I typically watch it a day later, 2 days later.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Geordie Shore's the only thing that I watch. Like, I have to be sitting on that sofa like 5 to 10. Like, I've got to have a blanket, all that kind of stuff. But everything else, I just watch whatever's on TV. It doesn't have to be like the first viewing of that episode, but
Allan, what about you? Is there anything like you and Amy watch together that like you have to watch live, or?
Not really. For me, though, the only show that when it's on, I have to watch it every week as soon as I get home. Even if I'm on a night shift, I'll come home at 7 in the morning and I'll watch this before bed, and that's Doctor Who.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't watch that. But like, is cable, Sky, and all that dead? I think they know that they need to adapt. I mean, Sky have just brought out is it the Q box over here, which now gives you the ability to have multiple boxes in your house, so you can watch a show, say in your bedroom, go downstairs and continue watching the show from your TV downstairs if you've paused it.
Yeah, we've had that
stuff stored on your drive.
Yeah, we've had that for years here with
No,
Comcast.
Alan, like we've had that for years.
Have we?
Yeah, like the Sky little eye thing.
Oh, no, but this thing's meant to take it to a next level. But I've not actually sat and
I was gonna say, because like at my mum and dad's house, they sort of wired it to every single TV.
Oh no, this is all wireless. It's all like
wireless.
You have multiple boxes and they stream to each other, and it's although it comes off your network.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
But
for me, go ahead.
Sort of shout. Oh, sorry.
Good.
I'm a bit angry at BT today.
No, that's okay. I still used to talk to my dad.
Yeah, but your problem with BT is internet. It has nothing to do with cable TV.
All our services would like that they'll run on fiber. So we've got like Virgin Media, BT Home. They all run off the broadband, and until BT or someone figures out how to sort our infrastructure out, it's limited to people that have got super fast fiber optic.
Yeah.
Broadband.
See, that's the other issue. Is like with you guys, with you having such bad internet, for you to actually go to where I'm talking of going, it may not happen for many, many years. For us in the United States, like here's an example. We get Comcast. We have internet, cable. We don't do telephone because we have our cell phones. We pay approximately $180 a month
Whoa.
For 900 channels, I probably watch 10 if I'm lucky.
God, that seems like a lot. So is that your internet and your TV? Like your
Yes.
Do you have to pay for like a TV license?
No, but we have all. I don't know what we pay. We have like all these fees and stuff.
Oh
Taxes
God,
and
that's.
stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
I know there's like a conversion, but like that seems like quite a lot.
It is a lot. It's not cheap.
That does seem quite a lot.
But we get like HBO, Showtime. We get like sports packages, like all these different sports stuff. But what I said to Tony was, we sat down the other day, and I looked at it, and I go, if we paid for the best internet that Comcast offers, just internet, it's $35. Okay, which is the same that I'm getting already. I'm already paying for the best internet as it is. So $35 right there. Netflix is $9 a month. Hulu Plus, without the commercials, is $12 a month. So I said to her, if we got those two things, plus we're more than half the price right now. So then she said, well, how will we watch Walking Dead and all that? Apple has season pass. So I could actually go on and buy a season pass of Walking Dead and catch every episode for the entire season. It's $40 for the year. So when you break it down, it's only like a couple bucks a week. So I look at it and I go, this might be the direction to go, honestly, for me. And the other thing is like, I cannot stand commercials. That's why the only thing I watch live is Walking Dead. The rest is all taped because I fast forward through the commercials.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I love Netflix because I don't have to watch commercials. I just sit there and turn it on and just watch and just go. It's like, this is awesome. I don't know. I just think for myself, I feel like we're going to hit a time. I think in the next 15 to 20 years, I think regular, normal, basic TV kind of goes away. Kind of like dial-up internet did.
Yeah.
I think part of the restriction will always be what's your internet service like, but I think also when people are just tired, like, see, the problem too with us, like, Comcast has a monopoly. They're the only cable company that I can buy from. I can go to direct. It's garbage. Like today, it's a rainy day. I wouldn't even be able to really get TV. That's the problem with satellite systems. Dish Network, same thing. Verizon came in with fiber optics, but it's only in certain areas. It's not all over the place. Now, Google's talking fiber optics, but that's basically testing and they're building off of that now. But right now it's a joke. Like Comcast, which owns NBC, which owns Hulu Plus, which owns they own Universal Studios. Like, it's a monopoly. Like, come on, how do you not see that this is a monopoly, and how is it allowed? And when they first bought in, they were supposed to offer people. Part of the deal was this. They said, if the United States government said to them, if you're going to do this, you need to offer people an a la carte menu, so you could buy this channel, this channel, this channel for like $1 a piece. And that's the way it was going to go. Then they turned around and they were like, something happened, and they let them out of that. Then a couple of years ago, they went back and they were like, we want to start throttling people's cable down. And the government was like, no. Or their internet. And the government was like, nope, you're not doing it. We told you to do this. You said no. We let you out of that, but we're not letting you out of this. You're not going to start throttling people's cable back or internet back and stuff. So
that was the net neutrality thing, wasn't it? The whole
So
with FCC. Yeah, I remember that. I was interested in that.
So it's going to be interesting to see how things moving forward. But so that's all. We got no more. We gotta cut this up. I think we're way over time. But
my chicken's been sitting in the oven for like an hour. I started cooking a whole chicken and it's like been done ages ago. The beep has been going for like an hour.
Oh my god. So that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Watching us on YouTube on the Geek Guru channel. You could follow Allan at Allan_Paxton. That is on Instagram. That is on Twitter. Holly.
Don't even say it. I'm going to do it right.
Hold on. Okay, so I want to see if I get this. So for Twitter, it's _
No.
Oh, wait. It's Halcyon Holly _.
Hey, got it.
Okay, now here comes the hard one. Instagram It's.
You like every single picture.
I know,
like,
but it just says
you
Holly.
Like every single picture.
It doesn't have like anything on there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, wait. It's that one is the one that's _ Holly Lake.
Yes. Oh
See?
my god! I'm
It's gonna give me a
excited.
second to figure it out.
Oh my god! I'm so glad you actually know me.
See, I got it. It just takes a little bit. It's old age, man. It just takes a while for this ticker.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You can follow me Instagram, Twitter at the Geek Gurus. You can also follow me Instagram, Twitter at Nintendo Gurus. That's the new stuff. That is all.
Bye.
Peace out.
What's happening? What?
Bye, Alan.